Hello and welcome to Twist Autism Gaming. We are continuing where we left off in Hogwarts Legacy, which is apparently talking to Professor Fig again. Apparently I'm not going to wait in his office this time, I'm actually going to wait in the classroom. Interesting. And yet, it still tells me to go to his office.
You cannot be serious. Goblins working with Rookwood makes no sense.
It is rather unorthodox, to say the least.
Unorthodox? It's inconceivable. It's... Ah, Fig. You have a visitor. I'll see what I can find out.
Sir, I was able to search the restricted section while you were with Professor Black. It was a book we were after.
Ah, now I get to talk to him.
What? That's... Wait. You accessed the restricted section? But how? Thinking on it, perhaps it's best you spare me the details.
Fair enough. In fact, the book was below the restricted section as it appeared on the map.
I want to hear everything. First, let's have a look. Oh dear. Some of these pages seem to be missing. It appears someone has got to the book before us. Still, I will need time to study what remains. Perhaps we can still salvage something useful, though it may take some time. I wonder why it was here, below Hogwarts.
I think I know, sir. I saw 2 more memories where I found the book.
Another pensive. Godric's heart.
The man we saw before, Percival Rackham, was a professor here. The first memory showed him and 3 other professors using ancient magic to restore a hamlet from a drought.
Miriam was right. And the second memory?
They were talking to a student who started as a 5th year, like I did. She could see traces of magic too.
Why those memories? Perhaps this book will explain. I'll have to take it with me to London. The headmaster has insisted that I speak directly to the minister about George's death.
What will you tell him?
What will you tell them about Mr. Osric's death?
I don't know how much I dare say. George tried to convince the ministry about Ranrock, but to no avail. My instinct is to follow the path we are on for the moment and keep the details to ourselves until we know more.
Of course.
I understand. I'll see what I can learn about the missing pages while you're gone.
Good. Don't neglect your studies. Your wand work is improving by the day. But you'll want to pay attention in Herbology and Potions. There's more to magic than spellcasting.
Plenty to keep me occupied while you're gone.
You've done exceptionally well. I look forward to seeing all that you've accomplished when I return. Oh, and don't neglect your friends. You may be surprised by how much you can learn from them as well.
Okay, when do I get to ride a broom? When do I get talents? Where do I get the frickin' potions? Let me see. No assignments any side? Nope. Alrighty. Exit the classroom and
Meet me
there we
in
go.
Lower Hogsfield as soon as possible. I would like to talk to you about Rookwood and Harlow, and it might be best to do so outside of the castle.
Okay, let me move.
Professor Fig and Weasley have asked that I teach you an additional defensive spell. Please complete the assignments I have given you, and then proceed to see me in my classroom.
Okay, open map. World. Let me know what you can see. Small communities, Lower Hogsfield, exit field guide. Okay. Oh, I've got a decent bit here. Crossed ones, round 3. Professor Hackett's second assignment, Herbology. Meet Natty near Lower Hogsfield. Spell combo practice 2. I think I'll do Herbology first. Wait. Why go the long way when I can probably take a much shorter route? Central Hall, Library. Let's try Central Hall. Perhaps it'll put me close-ish to Herbology. Down the stairs to the right.
There's something in there. I just know.
And out the door. Or not. Oh. Either direction you look, you got stairs.
Revelio.
I hear a ding. Aha. See it. Greenhouse tree. Situated at the center of a Hogwarts greenhouse, this giant tree has a system of roots as deep-reaching and convoluted as the school's dungeons. Yeah, that's one way to make a tree sound absolutely creepy and like something you don't want to be near.
Revelio.
I heard a very, very faint ding. Haha. Dittany leaves. Flu stop. Begin quest.
Good morning, Professor Garlick.
How wonderful it is to see you again, Lenora dear. Oh, here. You'll need these for today's class. A little treat for your auntie. Ah, hello. Class, please welcome the newest rose in our garden. We do look forward to growing together. How thrilling it is to have everyone back together again. This year will be filled with enchantment and excitement, but the most important thing cultivated in herbology is knowledge. The prudent herbologist is no more afraid of the venomous tentacular than the bouncing bulb. Now then, today we will be acquainting ourselves with the mellifluous tuber known as the mandrake root.
Oh, crap.
Accio. Let's see if we can't make our fibrous friends a bit more comfortable, shall we? First, let's protect our ears. Now, everyone, grip their mandrake by the tendrils and give it a firm tug. Quickly, place your mandrake in the new pot and pat down the soil.
Destructive little fuckers.
The soil should envelop the root like a warm, dirty blanket, putting the mandrake right at ease. Reparo! I'm very sorry about that. Yours was a bit mature, I'm afraid. All right then, off you go. Splendid work, everyone.
Trying to kill the new guy?
Now for our next task, we'll be planting dittany at our potting tables. You can all get started. I need to have a brief word with our new student.
Yes, Professor.
Firstly, well done with your mandrake. They can be rather difficult to get a grasp of.
I nearly went deaf. I'll be nice. I'll just say I enjoyed the lesson.
Actually, I enjoyed it. I couldn't help but catch your enthusiasm.
How kind of you. It seems you're already taking to herbology like a mandrake to fresh soil. Now, as I mentioned, next we'll be planting dittany. Let us find you some seeds.
I already have some, Professor. Picked them up in Hogsmeade.
You visited the Magic Neep. Wonderful. A prepared student is bound to bloom. I've arranged for you to have your own potting table here in the classroom. Wasn't easy to spare one on such late notice. Plant the seeds there now, and you can return to harvest them later. Even with soil, sunlight, and a bit of magic, they will take time to grow.
Her hair is alive and dancing. Alright, so I come over here.
Dittany's restorative properties make it a vital ingredient in the Wiggenweld potion, as you all should know from Professor Sharp's class.
10 minutes, okay.
Well done! Once it can be harvested, your dittany will be ready to use in Wiggenweld potion. I'll let Professor Sharp tell you about that. Now, what say we branch out? Introduce you to a different sort of flora, the Chinese chomping cabbage. You'll find that some plants are better suited to uses outside of a cauldron. The cabbages do get testy without something to chew. Fortunately, I have a dummy for them to gnaw on. Be a dear and let them have a good chomping.
Yes, Professor.
They're in the other greenhouse. It's just at the end of the footbridge leading out of this room. Your classmate, Mr. Pruitt, has kindly offered to accompany you. Come back and see me when you're finished. Oh, and mind your fingers. They do bite.
So you go from trying to have me lose my sense of hearing with one plant to telling me to mess with a carnivorous plant that's going to try to eat me. Lovely.
Hello. Saw you on your way to Hogsmeade the other day. Nice to meet you. I'm Leander. I'll be showing you the Chinese chomping cabbages. Up these stairs will take us there. Nice work in defense against the dark arts.
Revelio. Excuse me?
Your duel with Sebastian. And he's good. Thinks he's really good. But you outright slaughtered him. It was brilliant.
Oh. Well, thank you.
I nearly put Sebastian in his place myself. I mean, I would have, if Hecate hadn't stopped me.
Didn't she stop that dragon skull from crushing you?
Typical Slytherin trick, dropping a dragon skull on someone during a fight. We Gryffindors fight with honor. And Hufflepuffs too. At least you did.
Let's check up here
Revelio.
first. Gotta say, I like the design of the greenhouse. So there's a short way to cross, and then there's the long way.
Revelio.
Here we are, home of the Chinese chomping cabbage.
Oh, hello. Dirigible plums. This orange radish-like fruit floats upside down as it grows. Some believe it can enhance one's ability to accept the extraordinary. Extraordinary possible, more like the extremely weird.
Revelio.
Go on. Grab a few of those cabbages. Just mind your fingers. I almost lost a thumb once. Now, see that dummy? Just toss the cabbages at it. And they'll do the rest.
No other plants I can... Nope, not until I learn how to unlock doors. Chinese chopping cabbages.
Look at that. They'll chomp on anything they can get their mouths on. Mum planted some in her garden last year to keep the gnomes out. Did save her the de-gnoming, but they left her honking daffodils in tatters. Vicious little bastards, aren't they? My kind of plants. Not like stupid booba tubers and bouncing bulbs. The kind of plants that'd have your back in a fight. Not saying you can't go it alone, but... Well, imagine that wasn't a dummy.
I suppose they could come in handy.
I suppose they could prove useful outside of the greenhouse. Nothing wrong with a bit of backup, even if it is from a cabbage.
It's chaos out there. Trolls in Hogsmeade and such. You can't be above throwing a cruciferous vegetable if necessary. Dogweed and deathcap has more of them, if you're keen. Other plants too. Ones your parents wouldn't plant in the garden. You get the idea. Anyway, we probably ought to head back to class. Take your time. I'll see you back in class.
Accio!
Nope. Okay, so I can't do that. Okay. Do.
Your weeds possess their own... And with that helpful reminder as to why we should always wear our dragon hide gloves, I shall end our lesson here. Terribly sorry, Mr. Clopton.
I think she's used some of these magical herbs recreationally.
I tended to the Chinese chomping cabbages, Professor.
Remarkable plants, aren't they? I hope they weren't too much trouble. Oh, don't see any bite marks or missing digits. And good, as you do seem to be quite green-fingered. Oh, I'm eager to see your skill in the soil continue to blossom.
As am I. Plants offer so much.
Magical plants have so much to offer. I'm eager to learn more.
I'm glad. Herbology is a bounteous subject. Tend to your garden, and it will tend to you. Huh. Well, I suppose that's everything. Do come by for a chat sometime. I so enjoy checking in with my new students.
Awesome. Alrighty. Let's see. Expelliarmus. Crossed Wand, spell combo. Let's get no, let's... Let's do the main quest. Maybe I'll start getting talent points soon. Ugh. Track quest. Map. Oh. Okay. There we go. Oh, world map. Wow. Oh boy. Let's just go right to one of the gates. And grab any and all flu points between here and there. And hopefully eventually get the frickin' broom, so travel is, a good deal quicker. Ooh, flying class. So presumably I have to do that first.
Handy resource indeed, your field guide.
Okay, whoa, hello. Getting in the water, easy. Getting out of the water, usually easy, but don't want to chance my luck of, you know, being stuck. Do-do-do. Okay, leech juice. Disgusting. Wait a minute, what? Ugh. I stopped paying attention, and so it decides you're going the wrong way. Enjoy yourself. So maybe after this mandatory quest, it'll have me learn how to fly. Save me a lot of running around on the ground. Up and over. Lovely little bridge. Still running. Okay, so I could have come to this blue point, but I did not see it. I suppose next time I look at the map a little bit longer. Gee, doesn't this spot look familiar?
Revelio.
It is not yet his, for he is not here yet. But this eventually belongs to Hagrid. Keeper of keys and grounds at Hogwarts. Groundskeeper's tools. One might surmise that this set of tools could be enchanted to create all sorts of furnishings for a cozy hut, as large as the occupant they may need. Foreshadowing much?
This looks intriguing.
Yeah, with how much this guy's having to run around, he could be, one hell of a star athlete.
It is good to see you, my friend.
Okay, first,
Revelio.
anything I can loot without having to worry about a frickin' lock. Nope. Nope. Yes. Ooh, a wand handle. Nope.
Revelio.
Nope. I do believe those will require. There we go. Do you believe those require a lot? No, they don't. Awesome. Brown palmet scarf. What? That little bag of whatever to loot glitched into the floor of the fireplace. Okay then. Wow. A merchant.
Hello, sir. What do you sell here?
Hello, I'm Jalal Semi, and this is my potion shop. I can answer any questions you have about the town.
May I see your wares?
What do you have for sale?
Always be sure to buy their wares and then worry about insulting them.
Ah, yes, a wonderful choice.
Okay, so I got attack, defense, and here's a drinkable band-aid.
Ah, yes, a wonderful choice. I hope to see you again sometime.
Hello, Mr. Semi.
What can I do for you?
Any rumors going about?
Any whispers going about the town?
You may have noticed we have a bit of a rivalry with Upper Hogsfield. Not much to it, but we're still the better of the two Hogsfields. Better than most other places, too.
Nothing comes to mind.
That will be all. Thank you for your time.
Alright, so I think I'm going to talk to Natty now. May as well get her quest done before I start side quests in case there's any overlap.
I never thought Ramrock's loyalists would go this far.
It is good to see you, my friend.
Hello, Natty. How are you?
I am well, thank you. I was there, and I saw what happened with Rookwood and Harlow at the Three Broomsticks. I have been worried about you.
I'm all right at the moment.
If you don't mind my asking, why were they looking for you?
Let's see. I guess it's better to have more than one teammate.
They want something that Professor Fig and I found at Gringotts.
When were you at Gringotts?
Just before we came to Hogwarts. In fact, it's why I was late to the sorting ceremony. A portkey brought us there after the dragon attacked our carriage.
What on earth?
There's one more thing. It's a bit odd, if I'm honest. Professor Fig says I have a rare connection to a powerful form of ancient magic.
What does that mean?
I'm still learning, but I can see traces of it, and I've cast magic I can't otherwise explain. I know that's a lot to absorb.
It is. And I will have more questions. For now, it is safe to say that Rookwood and Harlow are a threat to both of us. To all of us. Which is why I wanted to speak to you. Everyone has been talking about you defending Hogsmeade from that troll attack. And I shall never forget watching Serona stand up to Rookwood and Harlow in the Three Broomsticks. Both of you have inspired me to take a stand of my own.
What sort of stand?
Men like Rookwood and Harlow are the reason my mother and I left Matibililand. I am not going to sit by and watch them destroy my new home.
This could be dangerous.
Rookwood and Harlow are a dangerous pair on their own, and you should know that Rookwood is in league with Ranrock.
I had heard they were seen in Hogsmeade together. All the more reason they must be stopped. Rumor has it that Theophilus Harlow runs Rookwood's day-to-day operations. Taking him down would cripple Rookwood's entire enterprise.
That may be true, but shouldn't Officer Singer handle someone like Harlow?
I spoke with her. She was polite, but perhaps understandably, would not discuss details with a student. I overheard some of Rookwood's lot talking about a massive poaching operation that Harlow is planning. I was thinking that we could investigate a bit, try to get the evidence that Officer Singer needs.
All right, but how?
I am going to watch and listen, find out precisely what Harlow is up to. I shall reach out when I know more. In the meantime, remember, I am here if you need me.
Thank you, Natty.
Be on your guard.
I beg your pardon. How dare you threaten me?
What's going on here?
Ah, crap. Let's get out of the water.
I never thought Ranrock's loyalists would go this far. They must have come this way. Think!
I've no idea who it is you think I might have seen. I've been busy with my research. I do not have time to...
Victor Rookwood don't give a doxy's nip back your time. Oi! Speak of the devil. Mr. Rookwood would like a word with you.
Piss off.
Students, you can't be sick.
Enough out of you. Leave her alone.
Stupefied!
Lady, you can't be in worse than me.
What's happening?
Accio. Incendio. Leviosa. Accio. Incendio.
What in the...
I'll watch the light go out of your eyes.
Collection section of your field guide has been updated with a new enemy type. You may learn valuable insights on enemies, such as their weaknesses to certain spells.
Stop right there! Take that! We should hold them up!
Stupid. I'm not going anywhere with you. Stupid. Accio. Incendio.
You've made a great mistake.
Accio. Incendio. Accio. Incendio.
Yeah, how about I
You're going to
burn you a bit?
What on earth just happened? I've never been accosted in such a manner, and so close to Hogwarts.
Ooh.
Are you all right?
I am, thanks in no small part to your excellent defensive skills. Care to tell me why two Ashwinders were ready to dispatch me to get to you?
Ashwinders.
Victor Rookwood's thieves and extortionists, his little cronies. They seemed quite keen on you.
It's a long story, but thank you for your help.
Well, you've avoided them for the moment. Priya warned me things were getting dangerous. Best get moving on my research before they return.
Who is Priya?
You mentioned someone named Priya.
Yes, my wife.
Okay,
She's
Priya.
the one who piqued my interest in Merlin. Gave me a book when we were students at Hogwarts. Typical hard-working Hufflepuff. Brilliant potioneer. Has her own shop in Nocturne Alley. She's a travelling vendor. Hears what's going on in the Highlands before I do.
Research. How interesting.
You're a researcher.
Nora Treadwell at your service. Historian and archaeologist specialising in Merlin's work and life.
How extraordinary.
Merlin? Of the legend of King Arthur?
The very same. Merlin attended Hogwarts, you know, and I'm studying some curious fixtures he left here centuries ago.
Fixtures?
These vine-covered pillars, dozens of them, all around the area. I've taken to calling them the Trials of Merlin. I believe he created them as a diversion for his fellow Slytherins. He was terribly fond of puzzles and enigmas.
Merlin being a Slytherin is not something I would expect. How fascinating, though.
I can see why you're so interested in Merlin. I'd be keen to know more about the trials.
Well then, I'll let you in on a little secret. No one has yet managed to figure out how they work. But I believe I have just unlocked a crucial clue. I suspect that mallowsweet is an important component in getting the trials to work.
Mallowsweet?
Versatile herb. Merlin repeatedly mentioned it in his writings. I had just arrived to test my theory when I was so rudely interrupted. You see, each swirl in Merlin's writing has its symbol in the center. That started me thinking, what if...
The mallowsweet is meant to be placed at the center of the symbols.
Precisely. Would you care to do the honors? We can see what comes of our little hypothesis. I brought a trunk chock full of mallowsweet with me. It's just over there by my tent.
I know I picked at least one or
This
two.
trunk?
I have no complaints.
Yes, take plenty, even if you already have some.
I have the mallowsweet.
Lovely. Now, notice the vines on these pillars here, as well as a stone swell on the ground. Each trial has these features. Place the mallowsweet on the swirl, and we'll see what happens. My word! Did you see that? The vines disappeared!
What should I do now?
This is uncharted territory. I am curious.
Incendio.
Merlin's beard!
The flames make the pyre sink.
Oh. Awesome. Done in one shot. I definitely need a longer range fire spell.
How beautiful! What a day. I can hardly believe it.
Yeah, longer range fire spell is needed.
I take it we can call that a success?
We can indeed. However, I now have even more questions. How does it work? I must review my notes. I may have missed something.
Are all of the trials like this one?
Oh, not precisely. Well, I think each has those telltale vines and the swirl on the ground. You should feel free to solve them as you come across them. I believe I have what I need to continue my research. My guess is that each will also require mallowsweet, which you can find in Hogsmeade should you need more. I really must be off. Such a pleasure to meet you. And do be careful out here. Now, I've got what I needed. I shall return to the safety of my notes and books.
Well, that was fairly fun. Okay, so no main quest update. Ah, there we go. Potions class. Oh, potions, potions, potions. Library. Ah, potions class in there. Haha. Alright, so where I go down here. I'm sad about the big door. I go down a side hall.
Revelio.
That's the last
Maybe
time I
Aurors or
ever pushed
someone
my
from the
dear
ministry
like
guarding the
this
school after the incident in Hogsmeade.
Professor Black would never allow them.
And wait. Okay, so it tells me to wait and then click it again to begin. Whatever.
Potions is one of the most challenging and hazardous subjects taught at this school. As fifth years, you will be required to reach new heights of both discipline and intellect. You will begin this term by brewing a Wigan Weld potion. Mr. Takar, can you tell us why this particular potion might come in handy?
Yes, Professor Sharp. The Wiggenweld potion can be used to sterilize and even heal a variety of injuries.
It can heal some injuries, but not all. Points for Ravenclaw. Before today's class is completed, each of you will have brewed a Wiggenweld potion of your own. You never know when you might need it. Please begin.
Okay.
Use a strong, even motion when crushing your ingredients. Please be meticulous when adding powder to your potions. One errant sneeze could be disastrous.
Oh, one errant sneeze. Around and around and around and around we go.
I see most of you have not forgotten how to stir. Not an easy potion to brew. Well done. And from what I hear of your recent exploits in Hogsmeade, you'd also do well to practice brewing the defensive Edurus potion. Professor Weasley had you acquire the recipe from J. Pippins, correct?
Yes, sir.
Good. For the moment, you can find the ingredients you need in my office. But in the future, you'll be expected to provide your own ingredients. Some can be harvested from the plants you grow in your herbology class, and rarer ones can be purchased. Others, however, may be harder to obtain, and will require you to be a bit more resourceful. Come and see me when you've finished brewing, and we'll see if it was skill or luck the first time round.
Revelio.
I hear it.
My parents considered keeping me home from school this year after the rumors of a goblin rebellion.
Nope, not over here. Come on.
Revelio.
Aha, right next to him.
Proficiency in potions are two things that cannot be rushed. Have patience and be thorough.
Professor Sharp's Auror Badge. Aurors comprise the Ministry's magical law enforcement and protect the wizarding world from all sorts of threats, particularly those posed by dark magic. This Auror Badge belongs to Professor Sharp.
Professor Sharp must have learned a lot during his time as an Auror. I wish he talked about it more.
Don't hold your breath.
Did I hear Professor Sharp say that you have permission to go into his office?
Why do you want to know?
Yes, but why does that matter to you?
Brilliant! And it matters because you can be a part of something truly creative. I'm Gareth, by the way. Gareth Weasley. Bit of a prodigy with potions, if I do say so myself.
Pleasure to meet you. Wait, are you related to Professor Weasley?
She's my aunt. Keeps too close an eye on me for comfort. Ugh. But she can't be everywhere. Listen, anyone with a troll-sized brain can brew an Edurus potion. I'm working on something that's certain to be spectacular. I'm just missing one tiny last ingredient that will add that extra spark.
I suspect that's where I come in.
You're as clever as I'd hoped. I simply need a single Fwooper feather. As you'll already be in Sharp's office with his permission, perhaps you could grab it for me.
Oh, so apparently the innate curiosity and urge to blend things together that probably should not be blended together is a family trait for the Weasleys.
I'll get you the Fwooper feather, as long as you're certain Sharp won't miss it.
I assure you he won't. Fwooper feathers aren't that valuable. Wait until you see what I'm brewing. Hurry back to me when you have the feather.
Remember,
Revelio.
Memorandum. Date 31st of December, 1875. From the Orr Office. Subject, Borgin and Burks. Borgin and Burks has had an increased amount of activity outside of ordinary shop hours, particularly in the wee hours of the night, with suspicious deliveries being made to the shop's back entrance. Given what we know of the shop's reputation, we are adding more Orrs to join those that have already been watching the shop. You are amongst the new additions. Further instruction to follow. Pathfinder eggs. Fwooper feather. Bright frickin' pink.
Revelio.
How the hell is he not gonna miss that? It's the only spot of actual color in here.
your potion stations organized and free of clutter.
Here's the Fwooper feather you wanted.
Brilliant! Thank you. This is going to take a moment to brew. You should get back to brewing your Endurus potion, and I'll tell you when this concoction's finished.
Oh boy. Where the hell is my... There it
Should
is.
you chop the Didney or crush it? The wrong answer could result in the unfortunate loss of your eyebrows.
Oh great, little plant. Crush or cut? Do it one way, you get a potion. Do it the other way, lose an eyebrow. Alright, let's see. Wiggenweld. How many do I have? I have 5. Oh, wrong button. Endurus. Okay. Okay, so I cannot do more than one at a time. Doo-doo. Bam. 2 more. I can always buy the last... I think it was Dittany leave. No, I can go to the Herbology class and pick that up. Forgot I planted one. Alright. Endurus potion. I can make 6 of them. Ooh, Thunder Brew. Creates a storm around the drinker, which will stun and damage nearby enemies. I can make 2. Invisibility potion. Troll bogies. Really? I bet that leaves a wonderful taste in your mouth when you drink that crap. Ugh. Awesome. Now let's see. Spell damage. Visibility. Leech and Spider. Leaping Knot Troll. Lace Flux Dug. Leech. Okay, so Leech Juice also goes into Spell Power. Well, first, let's make Thunder Brew. I can only make 2 of them, so may as well make both. And then we'll make a few of the Maxima Potions. Make however many invisibilities I can. And then finish with the Aduros Potions. Too bad I can't make like, 4 or 5 potions at once. That'd be nice. I mean, come on, if I could make 1 of each potion at the same time. Let me see. Wiggenweld takes 15 seconds. Thunder Brew takes 1.5 minutes. Factor in a few seconds each time to pick up and start a new one. If we just go with the flat 15, then 6 Wiggenwelds for 1 Thunder Brew. But that's neither here nor there. Oh, 5 seconds remaining. Alright, so yeah, let's see. I will do... Alright, so after this, I'm gonna do 3 invisibility potions. Presumably 5 Maxima, and then 5 more Aduros. With how much I'm getting my ass kicked around, I may as well be prepared with potions. After all, there's more to this magical world than waving a wand and casting spells. So, if I have sufficient potions, it should definitely help me in the long run. Thunder Brew, Invisibility, Maxima, Aduros, and see what kind of trouble the Weasley's gonna make. You know, I would say if I had not read the Harry Potter books and I had not watched the movies, I would seriously make that one statement you should never make with a video game in regards to that Weasley wanting to mix something strange. Well, 2 questions. 1, how bad could it be? And 2, what could possibly go wrong? The answer, they're a Weasley. If you've read the books and seen the movies, you know exactly how bad some of that can get. And if you're used to playing video games where saying that tends to, kind of come around and bite you in the ass a bit, you also know why you don't say that. Because usually when you do, you find out. I see a shroom in the pot. Wait, so getting stoned and getting high on shrooms? Wow, who knew? So the goal is to get relaxed and see funny shit all the damn time. Boom. Invisibility potions ought to be fun. I'm kind of curious to see if I can move quicker using an invisibility potion versus the... Oh, like... Disillusionment charm. Alright, almost done with this. Boom, I think I'm... Nope, one more. One more invisibility, and then we're on to the Maxima and the Aduris potions. So if I can run with invisibility potion, that would be nice. Now that I think about it, when I get a broom, I need to see if I can fly while invisible. Or if summoning the broom cancels out the invisibility potion. I'm kind of curious. I mean, some of y'all gotta admit that you're curious too. Because it looks like the disillusionment charm is one of those interact with stuff and it goes away. Or at least it seems that way, so I'm gonna see what I can do besides basic casting next time I use disillusionment for something. Yeah, spend a couple minutes here, got my thoughts out. I think after this I will do an Aduris potion again. And go see what that crazy Weasley boy has decided to brew. If I was a betting man, I'd say his aunt would be bursting into the potions room hearing about the stuff he's about to do. But I ain't that much of a betting man. One, I don't have the money for it. Two, it might happen, or it might not. If it does, great, it's entertainment. If it doesn't, well, I still get entertainment seeing how badly things go right or wrong. And we back out.
And now we add the mallow sweet, and... That's odd. What's happening? Wait, it's not supposed to... Ah! Dragon Dog! What happened?
What now, Mr. Weasley?
Sorry, Professor.
That'll be points from Gryffindor. Again. Mr. Weasley did not do this on his own. his accomplice will answer to me as well.
He's an aura. You know he probably knew. Hell, he probably set the fucking bait up.
I brewed an Adurus potion as you asked, Professor.
I'm surprised you had the time. You seemed rather busy helping Mr. Weasley brew chaos.
Sorry about that.
I'm sorry, Professor. I was merely trying to help a friend.
Taking responsibility for one's actions does go a long way with me. I shall assume that you've learnt a lesson. As for the work you did today at your own cauldron, I will say you've done well. I confess I was skeptical given the advanced nature of this class and the fact you're a new student.
I'm glad I was able to meet your expectations.
A rare occurrence. And you do well to remember that you're not a potions master quite yet. In addition to having a solid grasp of how to combine various ingredients, you should gain an understanding of the ingredients themselves. Pay particular attention in herbology. The plants you nurture there are often essential to the potions you brew here. Now, I recommend that you find a safe location in which to practice brewing. You cannot leave a hot cauldron simply anywhere. That'll be all. I think
Where
each
the
of us has had
hell
enough
am I supposed
excitement
to
for one
brew?
day. Class is dismissed.
Okay, Episky spell. Ah, the one to heal my ass. Because my luck, I will need it. Find the missing pages. Okay, so Professor Hecat. Spell combo practice 2, crossed ones 3. Spells. There we go. Now I can kind of heal myself a little bit. Wait a minute. First, go to quest. Professor Hecat. Map. South Wing? Nope. Astronomy Wing. Defense against the Dark Arts classroom. And be gone.
Revelio.
Successfully avoid any... Okay, so... Fat load get that does me. Fine. Prisoner of Love. I think I'll do crossed wands. And then I will see what's what regarding that. Clock Tower Courtyard. Alright.
Champion coming through.
Practice with the training dummy.
Hello, Lucan. I'd like to practice with the training dummy.
Excellent idea. This time will be a bit more of a challenge. Ready?
That'd be
do it.
brilliant.
Wonderful. I'll set things up. Remember to cast all the spell combinations before the dummy lands again. If you need to stop practicing before you finish all of them, let me know.
Accio. Incendio. Leviosa.
Alright. Was that it?
Accio. Incendio.
Excellent form.
Okay.
Accio. Incendio.
Damn.
Next time, perhaps.
Accio. Incendio. Levioso. Accio. Incendio.
Ah. Was a long
Nicely done.
chain combo right there.
Impressive wand work. I'd hate to face you in a duel.
Couldn't have done it without you.
Thanks, Lucan. You've been a great help.
Oh, stop. Don't make me blush. Seriously, well done. Training dummies will think twice before challenging you again. Plus, you'll be even more formidable in crossed wands. Other duelists had better beware.
Alright.
Hello, Lucan. Is the final round of cross wands ready?
Big match today. It all comes down to this. The moment that we find out if your training and dedication is enough to win it all. Ready for a shot at glory?
Absolutely, let's do it.
I certainly am.
Brilliant. Are you dealing with a partner?
No.
I'll go it alone.
Then let's get started.
We can make this a real victory.
That's the spirit.
On second thought, I probably should have had a buddy, huh?
Confringo! Come on!
What? Oh, I don't get to...
Accio. Levio Vego.
You're better than that.
Accio. Incendio.
Yep, okay. Need a buddy, because cross wands will not let me do it.
They made a crap's breakfast out of you that round. Care to try again?
Yes, I'm ready now.
Very well. Good luck out there.
Levioso.
Act like a winner.
Attack Levioso.
Levioso. Stupefy. Incendio.
Alright.
Accio. Incendio. Accio. Potato. Stupefy.
Ringo. There goes my wager.
Whoops.
Revelio.
Wrong button.
The one.
Stupefy. Levioso. Accio. Incendio. Stupefy. Levioso. Accio. Incendio. Accio. Protego. Accio. Incendio. Stupefy.
That's two down. Ow, what the hell?
Ringo.
Accio. Stupefy. Accio.
Nope.
Incendio. Protego. Stupefy. Accio. Incendio.
Damn. Okay. Let's see what happens if we back out and get a partner.
Care to try again?
No, I don't think so. Not right now.
Understandable. But
Sorry about skipping through all that. But let's see if we can get Sebastian to help.
Hello, Lucan. Is the final round of cross wands ready?
look who's back. Ready to redeem yourself?
I certainly am.
Brilliant. Are you dealing with a partner?
Yeah.
Yes, Sebastian.
Then let's get started.
We can make this a real victory.
That's the spirit.
Awesome.
Levioso! Protego! Accio! Incendio! Stupefy! Levioso! Accio! Incendio! Accio! Incendio!
Defendo!
Stupefy! Levioso! Accio! Incendio! Stupefy! Levioso! Accio! Incendio! Accio! Stringo! Accio! Incendio! Accio! Protego! Stupefy! Accio! Incendio!
Nicely done.
Accio! Incendio!
You're better than that!
Incendio! Accio! Incendio! Stupefy! Come on! Stupefy! Levioso! Accio! Incendio! Accio! Incendio! Accio! Incendio!
There goes my wager.
Victory.
Glad I didn't bet on that round.
What a victory! You've won the tournament!
It's an honor.
I'm just pleased to have done as well as I did.
And we're pleased to have such a gracious champion. Now, to the victor goes the prize! And so it is my great honor to present you with this simple yet elegant token of supreme dueling accomplishment.
Oh, thank you.
Thank you. It's been an honor.
You earned it. You are a duelist to be reckoned with. Now that we've definitively crowned the tournament winner, I suppose I should get back to my schoolwork. Wonder how my herbology plants are doing. I haven't tended them in ages.
Probably not doing that well then. Okay, so what is this other spell? Oh. Oh, so nothing too big. Wow, okay. Oh, what other quests do we have? Alright, so where... it is... over yonder. Alright. So he is in the Hufflepuff common room.
You know it does help to look at the thing while you're stirring.
A moment of your time, please.
You wanted to see me, sir?
Indeed. Allow me to introduce myself. So few students know who I am these days. Eldridge Diggory, former Minister for Magic and founder of the Aura Recruitment Program, at your service. I believe you can help solve a decades-old murder, thanks to that book you found, and, in particular, its missing pages.
How do you know about the book and the pages?
We portraits hear more than you might suspect, and most of us can keep a secret. So, what say you? Surely a Hufflepuff such as yourself would be inclined to help seek long overdue justice.
Bring it.
I'll do whatever I can.
Wonderful. I am pleased to have been right about you. My great-niece, Helen Thistlewood, can provide you with details. She's retired now, but was a skilled aura in her day. And the unsolved murder of which I speak was her case. I often visit my portrait in her home, in the nearby hamlet of Upper Hogsfield. Shall I tell her to expect you?
How would the pages help her exactly?
How could a few pages of a book help her solve an old case?
A boy disappeared with those pages, but they never found the body. A girl was convicted of his murder nonetheless. It seems those pages could exonerate her somehow. My great-niece can tell you more.
Can you tell me more about Helen?
Can you tell me more about your great-niece?
cream of the crop when it comes to auras. A star pupil here, and then an exemplary servant to the Ministry. And her spark hasn't diminished one bit in her retirement. She and I often chat about old cases and our glory days. No offense, but it's nice to get away from the students and converse with someone who's familiar with my legacy.
When were you Minister? That's what I'm curious about.
When were you the Minister for Magic?
Over 100 years ago. 1733 to 1747, to be precise. The stories I could tell you. Didn't have the chance to do all that I could. I was in the midst of reforming Azkaban when my life was cut short by dragon pox. I was sneezing sparks to the bitter end.
Dragon pox sounds a little, inflammatory.
I shall go and see her right away.
Brilliant. With what I suspect is your knack for hard work and her keen mind, both mysteries may be solved sooner than you think. I shall see you there soon, I hope.
And with that, we're going to call it a day. And I will see y'all next time. Be safe out there. Bye now.